take 'em for a ride, gonna get some fun. Hooptie Joyride, burning rubber on the street. Windows down, feel the wind beneath our feet. Singing loud with the radio up high. Hooptie Joyride with Brian and Steve, alright.
All right, we're live. Welcome, Hooptie Nation. Here we are. Love the junk. We got another week full of fun rides and interesting projects. Got the Hooptie Collector.
I'm here. I'm looking forward to it. Let's jump into the finds of the week.
You and me both, brother. Hooptie Dreamer here. Brian, Steve, as the intro says. We're going to wait a little bit to get to our thumbnail vehicle just because I know you're all waiting to see that. But thought we'd start this week with a couple of quick hits or maybe honorable mentions for things that probably wouldn't make pick of the week, but still pickled our fancy, if you will. So should we any pleasantries from your side, or should we jump right in?
Let's jump right in. Let's see what you got.
All right.
I believe one of them could be useful in the Northeast with all the snow, or 90% of the country with all the snow if it had a plow on it.
All right. All right. I can't wait to see. Well, this one is indeed very much a quick hit. It is 79 Mazda RX-7. So I believe that's still first gen. Clearly, it's a race car because you've got the tape on the headlights.
It looks like it's been in a race or two. Lost a battle, maybe.
Either that or a game of pinball.
That's true, too.
Yeah. I didn't notice this until now. Looks like that could be a Jeep in the background. I'm not even sure.
I believe there's a Jeep on the way in the back. Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, seller, this one comes to us from Edgecombe, Maine. So clearly he's going to have a bunch of rust issues, I'm sure. He does say it's going to need a bit of body work, and that's about all he knows. No title, anything of that nature. So if you're interested, go to Edgecombe, Maine and take a look.
There you go.
All right, let's see here. We got one more. Pull this guy up.
There we go.
Also, well, this is a 1969 Bombardier or Bombardier, if you're French. J5. I'm calling it the Tankini.
This is the one I was thinking just needs a snow plow.
Plows that. Perfect. Yeah, you got a little bit of work to do before you can start plowing snow, though, because about half of this machine works. 3 cylinders out of 6 are working. 2 tires hold air. 1 of the gear sprockets works. So who knows?
Nothing WD-40 in the bottle of water can't fix.
That's true. Well, here it is, a cleaned up shot. Looks like you could add insulation pretty quickly if you wanted to. I'm not entirely sure how this interior works. Not sure where you sit. I guess you have to hold on to the battery yourself.
Sure looks like it.
But you're probably not going any kind of speed. The seller did mention that they did rewire it. I'll just call your attention there to the
blue painter's tape.
To the professional wiring job. Maybe this was an in progress photo. But there you go. Another one of our quick hits. I only picked it because of the name. Project Gnarly.
Project Gnarly. Okay.
Coming to you also up north, Guilford, Maine. He's saying it's a cart or an off-road buggy. I guess it's a precursor to a side-by-side. But
looks like there's no motor. There you go. The rear tires are where you sit.
Gotta love the double coilovers in the back on each side.
I see that, yeah.
It's an off-road rig. Chain drive. Independent rear.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
Okay.
And it comes with a motor. Look at you.
Kawasaki. Okay.
Again, Project Gnarly. That's the only reason I liked it. I mean,
Extra
you got,
springs there.
yeah, if you got $750 burning a hole in your pocket and you're living in the Northeast, there you go.
Excellent.
So, all right. With that, we're going to jump to you because I think you've got a pretty cool ride here in the picks of the week.
All right. So here we have a 1956 Metropolitan coming to you from New Jersey.
All right.
There's no title. The roof's been chopped and tilted a bit. It's got a Mustang front end, Ford rear. No motor. It looks like no glass. And if you go back one to see that interior, and when you're in the passenger seat, you got to remember there's no parking at any time. Floorboard. So, yeah, I think it's could be a pretty cool race car if you want to go that route. Yeah.
This one for me, I envision lemons. Just drop a motor in it. You can put some brakes and tires on it to make it safe. The fishing boat seats are pretty nice.
They're probably fiberglass or plastic for lightness.
Yeah. I like it.
And nothing. The little not even 2x4s, 1x4s or so to mount the seat down on the wood.
And the looks like shelf or J channel maybe that's underneath of that as well
for adjustment.
With some straps.
Yes.
But it does have some goodies, right? It's chopped well. I think you said 3 inches.
3 inches, the ad said.
Yeah. It's got a Mustang 2 front end. That's probably worth the price of admission.
Which we did not talk about. This can be all yours for under $1,000.
I like it. Ford 9-inch rear with 27 spline axles and a Mustang 2 front end. I think it's worth it just in parts.
Yes. I think it's a nice pick of the week.
All right.
Let's see what you got. What's our next pick of the week over there?
69 Avenger from, I think it's Fiber Fab was the people who constructed this.
I think you're right.
Their take on the GT40. So late 60s trying to capture some of that Ford magic, that Le Mans magic. Seller thinks it's sitting on a VW frame, Corvair motor. So, maybe 1 horsepower more than the Volkswagen had. Looks to have been sitting in a barn for about 20 or 30 years. So who knows what you're really getting into, but it's in Rio Rancho, so Albuquerque area, New Mexico.
Nice.
This is one of those designs where I kind of have to question, why? I know it's fiberglass. It just looks heavy.
They're cool until you get to the back end.
That's true. I think anything behind the door.
Correct. It just got that high hip in the back. Just doesn't do it.
No.
Front end has a pretty cool look to it.
I agree. Maybe, well, since it's fiberglass, I guess you could tweak that if you really, really wanted to.
Is that the gas filler up front? Like the old Porsches?
Yeah, like the 917 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way.
Gas cap up front.
I know they're trying to evoke a GT40 styling here, but I'm seeing like Lotus Europa, like a little bit of mixed influences. But they must have been doing okay. They were in business for about 15 years, selling these things out of California. They had a factory in Pennsylvania on the West Coast,
nice.
And even one in Canada. So
that's cool.
Kind of cool. The seller was kind enough to point out that these are look really nice when they're fixed up, and might as well show the ad for the Avenger from Fiber Fab back in 1969.
Very nice.
Now I'm getting kind of Speed Racer vibes.
Yeah, that's got it. We're talking the movie Cars. Lightning McQueen over there.
It's getting close. It's got the quad headlights, pretty cool.
So I think we did not mention that this is coming to you for the whopping price of $4,000
Yeah, that's right.
as it's sitting. So yeah,
True barn find from the 60s if you want it.
yes,
All right.
okay.
I think just judging by the searches, I mean, we could probably focus solely on VWs every week just based on the sheer number of them that are out there.
They built so many, and they had such a universal following.
Yeah, for sure. What's cool for me about this one is it's a little bit of that sand rail dune buggy type situation, but it's still a VW, which is pretty cool. This one's coming from kind of the west area, Lehigh, Utah, so Salt Lake City, give or take. No offense to those in Utah, if you're not exactly close, it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Some specs on this one. It's got the bigger 1.8 liter engine. It's got a full roll cage. It doesn't say what tubing is used. I'm not sure if it's Dom, chromoly, whatever, but it's got one. Off-road Fox bypass shocks, 20-gallon aluminum full fuel tank. It's got the VW bus transmission, which you and I, having worked on Volkswagen family of stuff, we know how fragile those things can be.
Yeah.
It's got rear discs. Overall, according to seller, it's a decent build that runs okay. Could use a tune-up, maybe a little bit of wiring, but it can't be more than 3 circuits in the thing. So seems like that would be something pretty cool. And here it is, out in the wild.
That is cool. I like those rear wheels, rear tires.
Love the exhaust.
Yep.
Shooting it to the moon.
Big like Stinger exhaust out there.
Yeah. Not sure if it's got them, but Wiseco piston sticker there. So that's maybe just to engender some hope. And all in all, decent interior. You can see the cage. It's got some padding. That's pretty good.
I guess just a tachometer up there, and that's about the only gauge it looks like.
Probably the only one you need.
20-gallon tank. You'll drive forever with that thing.
Exactly. So anyway, I thought this one was good. All right, I'm moving on. I know you're a Corvette guy. You've been jonesing for a while. You're in between vets. So thought I'd find you a nice little project. So,
project's the word.
This one probably for me is the I know what I got award of the week. Right? It's firm, $3,000. Only message the seller if you've got the cash.
I don't know what you do for $3,000 with that.
I'm not exactly sure if, I mean, it's partially there.
Yes.
Got some nice. That trim might clean up pretty nice, maybe.
It might.
It might. But because I know you're a Corvette guy, I know you're thinking about it. This one that we're looking at is in Salt Lake City area as well.
Yes.
However, you drive a little bit further south, cough up a little bit more money. So right at the $5,000 hoopty mark.
Okay.
The seller says this particular car, it's 74, so a little bit earlier, runs amazing, he says. It's got a lot of updates.
It almost looks like the fellow is wearing a helmet in there.
Could be.
Yeah. Okay.
But not a bad looking ride. I mean, interior needs some work, but that's easy to come by.
That's true. Yeah.
Steering wheel looks like it's in decent shape. Hard to tell with the sun glare. Maybe a little bit of wiring that needs to be tucked back up, but hopefully not molested too much. Now, said it runs good. Apparently, it doesn't stop so good, or at least stay in place so well, because it is on block.
I see that. Yeah, so this here is an example of what a few extra dollars will get you. You have a complete running car for $2,000 more than the first gem. Yeah.
And I don't care how you value your time. $2,000 more is worth it in this case.
It sure is. Even a couple hour extra drive to get down to San Antonio or Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I think you're making money at that point.
Yes. Anything you do with the other one is take the rear fascia and hang it on your wall.
I think I've seen that, right? Like this, they're going for like $2,000 or more. So maybe that's the motivation.
A few of them recently out there on like Bring a Trailer and those sites.
Okay. Yep. All right.
So
this, unusually looks like the headlights work.
It does. Yes.
We've seen them both up and down. However, not.
And sometimes you see one side up and one down.
That's right.
I do remember you had a C3 like that at one point in your life.
I did, and the seller of that one saw me coming.
They did.
The interior of it was spray painted. That was the interior renovation. So it was spray painted black. I looked at it on a nice, shiny, sunny day. Car looked great. The next day it rained, and the windshield wiper would flop off the front windshield and hit the side window. So I hear that's a feature to keep the side window clean.
Keeps the chrome clean too.
Yeah. And then the final straw. I don't know if you remember, a lot of these C3s, they came equipped with a factory alarm system. So you'd use the door key. It was on the front fender. You'd use a door key, and you could turn it on and off. Well, I made the mistake of turning the alarm on one day, and it would not turn off.
Nice.
No matter what you did with the key. So until the battery died, I was constantly apologizing to the neighbors. This is one of yours.
All right, so here we got let me see, they're 1986 Renault Alliances. You get two of them in this package deal. One of them being the white convertible that you see there. And these come to you from New Jersey.
Now, hang on a second. Having lived in New Jersey, people would say that's Central Jersey.
Central, okay. Well, having been born and raised in South Jersey, I look at anything above a certain Trenton line or so is North Jersey.
Everything above 195. And then once you get above 195, you're like, no, we're not North Jersey. We're Central Jersey.
Yeah. Anyway.
Coming to us from Keyport, for those that are wondering what we're talking about. Keyport, New Jersey.
Okay. So we got the white one here is a two-door convertible. Says there's no rust. It's been garage kept. Its whole life. It's got a red interior in it. Working power windows.
Wow.
A factory Jensen stereo. And brand new door speakers. Power soft top. It has a brand new piston for it. So it sounds like quite a nice car there.
It looks pretty good. I like the pinstripe.
Yeah. So then if you get tired of driving around your convertible, this deal comes with a blue. Okay. Yep. The red top. We get this blue four-door that comes with as part of the package. It's blue with a blue interior. There is not much, seller doesn't talk much about this car. So I would say it's probably a project. Looks like the paint's peeling. And these can be yours for the group price of $3,500.
All right. That's not too bad. So we're missing a headlight maybe on one.
Yep. Okay. You even get the fancy Renault license plate on the front of the white one.
Very cool. Very cool. Quick check, by the way. 7-Eleven competitor in the greater Central Jersey area.
The interesting point there is that last photo did have the front headlight on the blue one.
Yeah, I saw that.
So comes and goes. So anyway, that's one of my picks for the week. Pair of Renaults.
I could see you cruising into like a Radwood show or Hershey car
Yeah.
show with the white one.
Carlisle Imports in May would be a nice one.
That's true. I'd see you in your Sergio Tacchini tracksuit from back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. Can't run fast, at least look good.
All right. Yeah, Tamworth, New Hampshire. Not one, not two, but three Studebakers. All Studebaker Hawks.
And I'll tell you, before you go rolling past this photo, something in the background there has caught my eye. Could that be an old Land Rover behind it?
I believe you're correct. You're correct. I thought you were going to say it was a pile of cardboard, which usually catches your fancy.
Well, having the Land Rover sitting in my barn in a million pieces for the last 25 years, I like to see somebody else in the same state of misery.
Misery does us company. I like it.
Yes. All right, so let's see what you got there.
All right, so like I mentioned, you got three Studes, which is probably good because you're going to need parts at some point. And by the way, that sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. Three Studes walk into a, who knows? Can't even finish it. But solid frame. It says the body is all there. That's this particular one. It's got a running 289 and a 4-speed. So seems pretty good. A little bit of body work or even just some shine juice would probably make this look, kind of cool. And this is my ugly car. I like this body style a lot. I thought Studebaker did some really cool stuff back in the day. So not only do you have this particular one, comes with two others. They start to get a little bit worse as you go through the collection.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Okay.
That one looks like it's been backed over, but who knows?
Maybe by the truck in the back with the big diesel stacks coming out.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's just decent little collection. Upholstery looks like it's okay. Maybe you just got to throw a little carpet in to go with it, but
Like the shifter.
you could be. I think you could be styling and profiling in at least one of these rides.
That is true. Yeah. That first one has a lot of potential.
Sure does. They are for a collection. It's $2,000. However, you can buy the running driving one that runs off of a gas jug, by the way. So it gives you a little indication of some work needed. But you can buy that one standalone for $1,500.
Not much of a savings unless you don't have space for the other two. You might as well grab them.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is the price. The incentive is there for sure.
Yep.
For sure. Which brings us to the one I think we've all been waiting for.
Bugatti.
Told you, Bugatti under $5,000. When are you going to see that?
Yeah.
Pretty rare. However, it's not a real Bugatti, of course. It's a Type 35B replica sitting on a 62 VW chassis. You can see the front eye bar there, or whatever that thing is called, torsion bar.
Yep.
It's got a 40 horsepower VW engine. Seems like it's always been garaged, at least until recently. Seems like this was somebody's little project that unfortunately needs to go to a new home. So pretty solid. No title or VIN. You'd have to register it yourself once you get it finally finished. But looks pretty good. Not a bad looking little boat tail speedster.
I always like that boat tail.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Cool looking. Yeah.
And of course, this was my personal favorite. Comes with a manual of step-by-step procedures for the complete idiot.
That is excellent. Nowadays, that might be worth the price of the car.
Yeah, probably $4,700 for the whole thing. Looks like maybe an aftermarket wiring harness, or at least I see some loom there.
Right.
Pretty interesting little car.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Good VW setup. Yeah, that's right. You said 40 horsepower. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. So,
Yeah.
of our fine class of contenders, tell me your pick of the week.
My pick of the week would go to the 1970 Volkswagen Beetle. That looked like it was more of a dune buggy look. I love the big Stinger exhaust out the back. The rear tires with the, how do I describe them? I guess they're made for the sand. They almost look like little built-in paddles,
Yeah, the little paddle tires. Yeah,
like there's a Ukrainian all terrain vehicle, the Sherpa. They got those big like paddle tires on that thing when they're floating, and that's how it goes. I think that's a pretty cool car. Has a lot of potential there, and the price point probably wasn't too bad.
I agree. I don't think you're going to get anywhere fast, but you're probably smiling the whole time.
That is true. Yep.
That's true. Well, I got to tell you, I'm a bit torn. Project Gnarly, name alone, but can't take it on the street, so I get that that's disqualified. For me, I'm going to go with the Studes. I'm just going to grab the running, driving Stude. See if you can't turn it into a cool little ride. Get my my green Hornet on. Me and Kato driving around.
Your 289 4-speed.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot to be said about it.
something different.
Yep.
Different for sure.
Yeah, that could be a cool ride too. Or 3 cars.
I think I'm only buying the one.
Okay.
Saving some budget to get a new gas tank and whatever else it needs.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're only getting one. It saves me the hassle of hauling them for you.
That's true. That's true. I mean, that's a bit of a haul for both of us up to New Hampshire. So
That is true.
better to just bring home one.
Yes. One-way trip.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for joining us on the Joyride. Any final thoughts, Collector?
Hey, I love it. I love to see these rides, the gems. Hey, you never know what you'll find. It's great looking at them. Yeah, I look forward to next week and see what we come up with for next week's conversation.
You and me both. I know we'd love to save them all, but it's unfortunately not possible. So hopefully some of you out there can.
Yep. In the
Sounds good.
meantime,
Happy searching.
have a good week.